And then, yeah, whenever you're ready.
What's up, guys?
Wow.
Thanks for coming. Honestly, I'm convinced that there's a mental health crisis going on in the deer community, right? We see a lot of deer at UConn. And I'm pretty sure there's a movie about it. Wasn't Bambi about like a depressed deer whose like dad died? Is that how the movie went?
Mom
died?
Yeah.
I really have to rewatch that. Anyway, yeah, his mom died. Okay, his mom died. He's a depressed deer. Deer try to get hit by cars. That's my hot take at UConn, right? People don't hit deer. Deer hit people, right? So I'm driving the other night. It's 1 a.m. I'm driving the other night, and I see this deer, and I look at him, and I'm like, okay. I slow down, like normal person, and I look the deer in the eyes. And I'm like, okay, what's he gonna do? And he just runs across the road as I'm trying to drive by him. Like this depressed ass bitch deer tried to run across the road and kill himself in front of me. And, like I kind of empathize with the deer. I mean, I've been hit by a car, and I really do empathize with it. So it's the mood. So yeah, I've been hit by a car. I don't know if anyone knows that. Yeah, new people in the room. I've been hit by a car. So with the story about how I got hit by a car, it's the first night of sophomore year, and I first come back where all my friends were partying at Celeron, and it's an amazing time. Except when you come back for the semester, you're seeing all these people for the first time in 3-4 months, and it's always awkward. So I'm seeing all these people I don't want to see at this party I don't want to be at, and it's like, oh, how was your summer? It's like, yeah, cool. Okay, cool, next person, and you're just sipping your alcohol and like keep moving forward. And then I see this one guy, and I want to call him my friend, but I don't think he wants to call me his friend. His name is Kunal, right? Right? My name's Kunal. His name is Kunal. My name's Kunal Kataria. His name is Kunal Kotari.
No way.
Fuck Kunal. Fuck this guy. There can only be one of us. I hate this guy. No, fuck this guy. Listen, there can only be one. We're sitting at this party and I see him. So backstory on this guy, not just like, oh, I know this guy beforehand. No. In high school, you post on Facebook, like, hey, I'm looking for a roommate. So he's like, hey, I'm Kunal, like, blah, 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 yeah, I'm looking for a roommate. Here's my Instagram. And all my friends are like, oh, Kunal, you're so weird. Like, why would you post on Facebook? And I'm like, oh, you guys are all so racist. That's not even me. So I'm bored in high school. I'm in study hall. And I'm like, oh, let me DM this kid on Instagram. Like, a normal person, right? So I take a few pictures of my friends, like, weird selfies like this. And I send him messages like, haha, hey Kunal, what's up? Ha, my name's Kunal, your name's Kunal, Kunal Kataria, Kunal Kotari, we can be best friends, Kunal Square, taking on UConn, haha, later bitch. And I would sign off every message with haha, later bitch, like HAHALATAH, bitch, period, send off. And I'd like, haha, later bitch, send him one, no response, right? Okay. Send another one, still no response. So I'm like, okay. Send like 5 more, and then he finally starts responding, and I'm like, oh, we're friends. He's engaging in the conversation. He's sending pictures of his friends. He's like, he says, haha, later, bitch. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm saying, haha, later, bitch. It's a vibe. I'm like, this is beautiful. I see him at this party. I'm like, oh my God. Kunal. Like, this is beautiful. This is amazing. This is magical. Like, we are gonna be best friends, Kunal Square. We're gonna take over UConn. Like, what's up? I'm the guy from Instagram. Like, wasn't that so funny? And he just like looks me in the eyes. And he's like, nah, like, bro, that was really weird. I'm like, the fuck you mean it's really weird? That was so funny. Like, it's funny. Thank you for laughing, because it was funny. Like, he's the weirdo for not engaging. He responded. He said, ha, later, bitch. He still ignores me. I hate this kid. Anyway, not even important to the story how I got hit. Party gets busted up, classic UConn fashion. So, we're going home, and you've been in a group of drunk people before, right? And there's always that, like, one, like, drunk, annoying white girl that, like, thinks they're, like, having the best time of their life. Like, they're running around like, haha, I'm living my best life, you can't touch me, like, this is my dream. So I was that girl. And I'm running around. And he can attest to it, he was there. I'm running around. Like, I am doing my thing. I am living my white girl dream. Amazing. And my friend's like, oh, let's go to another party. And I'm like, haha, no. And I run. And they're like, okay. Like, we're gonna let him go. So I'm running back, and I'm walking by Wings Over. You guys know that area.
Yeah.
There's no sidewalk on that side of the road. And I look and I'm like, oh, there's a sidewalk on the other side of the road. There are thousands of people on these streets. I'm gonna cross the road. So I turned to cross the road, and the next thing I remember is waking up in like a hospital stretcher with 10 nurses like staring over my head. So yeah, I'd just been hit by the car. What actually happened was I turned to cross the street, car's coming 40 miles per hour, hits me, I smash through the windshield, I go flying like 10, 15 feet. I'm bleeding out horribly. Very, very luckily, a cop saw me get hit and was able to give me first respondents. So he got me an ambulance to Willimantic Hospital. but I was bleeding out so badly there, they had to airlift me in a helicopter to Hartford Hospital, where I regained consciousness. It's insane. Okay, to be fair, I did regain consciousness one other point. So there was like a cop like shining a light in my eye, and he was like, "Yo, you want to ride in a helicopter?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want to ride in a helicopter." I'm a drunk 19-year-old. That's the best thing you can ask a drunk 19-year-old kid. I don't remember the ride. Very expensive. Do not recommend it as a mode of transportation. Take Uber, guys. Uber's much better. But so I'm getting wheeled into my hospital room, right? I'm getting into the bed, and I'm waiting for my parents to let them know I'm okay. I'm waiting for the doctor to get my diagnosis. And like I hear this knock on the window, and I'm like, is this real life? Is this fantasy? Like, am I caught in a landslide? No escape from reality. And I look, and I'm like, what's going on? I looked at the window, and it's Kunal with a sign saying there can only be one. Haha, later, bitch.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god, he did it.
Damn. Where is he now? We shall find him and
we can
take revenge.
Yeah, no. He actually, so I've told this joke before, and I've told him about this joke, and he sees me at campus. I'm like, hey Kunal, and he ignores me still. And I'm like, okay, fine, haha, later, bitch. Like that was hilarious. Like, how do you still ignore me? I meet his friends. They're like, oh, you should meet him. Like, you would love him. And I'm like, I really don't have a say in this conversation. Like, he does not want to associate with me as a person. I really don't like. No, I like that kid. Honestly, I want to be friends with him. But that's the whole thing. I told that joke to my dad before too, and he's like, that's not a funny story. Like almost died. Like it was scary for him. Like yeah, it's actually sad for my dad. But great story for me, right? So my roommates are dating. That is my transition into the next joke. It's not like I decided to live with the couple. They actually started dating while I was living with them. So, my parents got divorced when I was a kid, and that was the best thing that happened in my life. Like, separation's amazing, right? I got all the attention. They gave me 2 Xboxes, 2 PS2s, 2 birthday parties, like, double the love. Love divorce, love separation. And then my roommates getting together is definitely the worst thing that happened because I don't get any attention anymore. Like, I'm in my house, and they're just like, care about each other. And I'm like, what? I'm still here. Like, pay attention to me. Like, please. Like, I'm a needy child. So, like, I'm like, how did it happen, right? So I go home for a weekend for my aunt's birthday. Like a family guy, right? I'm going to do that. I leave on Thursday. We're all roommates. We're all friends. I come back on Monday, and they're dating. And I'm like, yeah, what happened? Like, did you guys forget that I lived here? Did you forget you were roommates? Like, how did this conversation go down? And I asked them. First thing, I'm like, what happened? And my roommate, Justin, he's like, did you not see the sexual tension between us? It's like, the fuck am I supposed to notice the sexual tension between my roommates? And I'm like, so what do you mean? He's like, so I was cuddling, I was lying in bed, and Gianna comes into my room, and she's like, oh, can we cuddle? And I'm like, okay. I was kind of like, okay, I see where this is going. He's like, I'm sitting here, I'm sitting down on my bed, and she's on the other end, and like, our knees touched. Your knees? Like, that's the defining I was like, that's the sexual tension I'm missing. Like, that's the defining moment of heterosexual relationships, guys. Your knees touch, and it's like, that's it. We're in. I'm not gonna touch your knees, guys. I'm not trying to build that, relationship with you guys. And it's crazy, they moved in together so fast. Like, on the first day of dating, they already moved in together. Like, they're moving quicker than lesbians out here. I can say that. Bitopia, I'm here for it. But yeah, no, it's crazy. So it's really cute though. Honestly, it's really cute because like they're actually in love with each other, and like I'm here for love, guys. Like it's beautiful. Like if people are in love, it's nice and cute. She gets up for work every morning at 6 a.m, and he makes her sandwiches the night before for like lunch. Like that's nice, right?
That's cute.
So I'm like, can you make me a sandwich? And he's like, hell no. I'm like, okay. So one time, we're playing 2K one time, as we do, and like we're sitting there and like. I like get up and like my knee just brushed up against him, and now I get my attention. Now I get all the attention, and now I get sandwiches. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Gianna's not okay with it, but like I said, progressive household. It's a progressive household. Yeah, that's all I got. Thanks, guys.
Yay!